Hello to all and welcome to Brick Commentaries number 5. This is a commentary I have been wanting to make for a long time, and that is a commentary on my old coronavirus rant from 2020 around the time the pandemic was starting. Like most people, I was very pissed at the events that were happening at the time. However, I partially disown this video because I underestimated certain parts of the virus, despite the fact that there are some things I am still agreeing with in this video. The question is, how well does this video hold up? Well, you're going to find out in this commentary. So let's get right into this. I can't believe this. I just cannot believe this. I'm sure many of you all know this coronavirus going on. But one thing I am really pissed off and upset about is that we probably had a less than 80% decrease of attendance. Now let me tell you this whole story. Apparently because of this coronavirus and the fact that 2 people from my area that are close to my area, like in Owensboro, were quarantined, we had to take precautions of this coronavirus. We probably had a decrease in attendance as people stopped showing up to school today. Now my classes have been canceled, and I gotta go on this computer, or whatever computer I already got, like you know which computers we have, I won't say it, but we have to do 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day of work. And we gotta make up 10 days and go all the way to June. Honestly, having to do online class for 10 days and do school in June is bullshit. But thankfully, we didn't have to go to school in June. They should have made the school districts close whenever we got cases of the virus instead of closing schools statewide over what happened in Lexington or Eastern Kentucky. Of course, I do agree the state was overprotected, but I do mention the governor later. It's a lot more than 10 days, as the governor of our state, which is Kentucky, Andy Beshear, had to get schools to cancel classes for 3 weeks straight. So damn you, Andy Beshear, and I have to stay home and do classes online for 2 hours each day. We were originally going to go back, but since the governor took the virus too seriously, he ended up expanding the 3 weeks to the rest of the year. Honestly, should have let the schools do that instead of his government doing that themselves. That is pure bullshit. Like, why? I shouldn't be having to deal with that. I shouldn't be having to take 10 days and do schoolwork. As much as I hate school, this was not okay. I agree with you, Past Break, because I would rather be in school than do online class. I know some people are going to defend this, but to those who defend online class, why do you like doing work on the computer at home for 2 hours? Again, I would rather do it at school because it feels like doing homework, doing online class instead of actually doing the work at school. Not only that, but we have no basketball tournaments, like no March Madness. Like, I watch March Madness every year, and we can't even get to watch that. I think they should have kept the games going because the Kentucky Wildcats, as well as other teams, never got a season. Because of this, I don't watch March Madness, especially since the Wildcats never actually win the Final Four. They could have at least had no audience when they were doing the games, but since they thought people would get sick by having games, the fans don't matter. Screw March Madness in college basketball anyway now. It's overrated. 2020 was truly madness during March because there were no games. And now my school's even affected, even though we don't even have a real case of coronavirus. Like I said before, they should have waited until we got a case instead, but they didn't. Honestly, screw Governor Beshear Jr. and his shitty unfair restrictions. I hope he loses this election in 2023. Otherwise, if he wins, people in Kentucky must love online classes and a governor that controls people's lives during the pandemic. I know other governors did this too, but other states should vote them out as well. Except maybe across the bridge in Indiana, like in Newburgh. But I'm really upset. But if you people are from my area, you probably know this. I don't know if there's any other cases in any other states. I know there's probably a few states where they had this. But in Kentucky, we've already had a case of coronavirus that was announced over a week ago. And now because of this virus, there was a decrease of less than 80% of attendance. And now we can't go to school anymore, starting Monday. We have to go to school on Friday. But the worst part of this could have been, we would have had to go to school until June. Like, can you believe this shit? I am not going to repeat myself, but yes, I agree. It is bullshit, and thankfully we ended the school year in May, because if we had to go back to school, we would have had to go in June for makeup days. Thankfully, that did not happen. I am not happy about this. This is not good. I just need to stand up to this. We don't need any more, like, long as hell makeup days. This is total garbage. Total garbage. Like, please, tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. This is really horrible. I don't think anyone in my school has coronavirus. In fact, I don't have coronavirus. In fact, I'm not gonna get coronavirus. I'll be just fine. I'll be using hand sanitizer, washing my hands, and I will not get coronavirus. And those two people should be quarantined at that Royal Princess cruise ship. They ended up coming back home to Owensboro, which was bad as more infected people came to the local area. This should have been worded better, but I think this should have been quarantined at a hotel instead of on the ship. So this point I made was not very good and didn't age well. Those two people from Owensboro need to be quarantined. I'm glad they are for 2 weeks. Because the coronavirus will not be coming to my town of Henderson, Kentucky. Brick, I think you may have misunderstood how a virus spreads and how a pandemic starts, but I sure wish that would have been true. This was another part that didn't age well at all over time. I will not go down like this. This is not how Brick dies. I will have a future on this channel, and I will have a good career. I will go to university. This is not how I want to end this. And thankfully, I am still here and still alive, and my channel is still here over 300 subscribers later. But I still have yet to go to university, as I didn't go to college, because I might not go to either college or university. I don't want to take core education classes and do the same subjects I did in high school, unless it relates to what I am studying. So yeah, please tell me your thoughts. I am so fucking upset. Like, screw the coronavirus. I hope things get better. Like, the 2020s is supposed to be a deep decade, a little better than the 2010s. I just can't believe this. Luckily, things got better in 2021. I graduated high school and we got the vaccine, and many people I know, including myself, got vaccinated. Too bad we had to wear a mask when I got back to school, but at least I passed despite all those times the governor was overprotected and forced us to do online class during the 2020 and 2021 school year because a few people got sick. Thank goodness I've graduated school and I no longer have to do online class. First my grandpa's death and now this. This is total shit. So please, tell me your thoughts. I am out. That is where this video is over. Here are my final thoughts. This video didn't age well completely, although, despite 2 things I disagree with, I agree with many things in this video. There are certain things I regret saying or should have worded better. I do miss my grandpa, and having a pandemic made 2020 the worst year, if not worse. What also made 2020 bad was when Joe Biden got elected president. He turned out to be worse than Trump, but hopefully someone better gets elected in 2024. I will still keep this video up as a piece of history, but I would only give this video a 3 out of 5 because the video is just okay. Thank you guys for watching this commentary. Please check out my other commentaries and subscribe to this channel if you want for more commentary videos and other content. I'm out.